Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Train Sim World. And I don't know, where do you want to go today? We just did Northeast Corridor last week. We haven't done Great Western Express for a while. We did West Somerset Railway. Rapid Transit, there's not a whole lot to that. I think we've done everything that can be done in Rapid Transit. CSX Heavy Haul is cool, but it's kind of, yeah. So that leaves Great Western Express. Let's do it. Did I get it? Yeah, let's do it. Right. And we're going to do a service. Um, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Let's do. I don't think we've done a whole lot in this guy. Not for a while. I don't really care about weather or season. Let's just do the first one. Right. I've been having past couple days. Everything has been fantastic. Then today, just today, I've been having massive lag spikes in Shadowplay. It's driving me crazy. It really is driving me crazy. Acton Yard, 30 miles. Okay. Brakes off. Reverse sort of forward. There we go. And let's see how we're doing for lights. Lights are up here on this train. Tail lights, give it. Tail lights on. Headlights are on daytime. Good. So good to go there. Good to go here. Let's do it. And I think my volume is okay. I think it is. This train is a lot louder than some of the electric trains we've been in lately. Particularly when you're outside. So we got some things to figure out, and I think one of the primary things that we need to figure out is if we're going to keep doing train videos on Wednesday. I just don't know. I can't, I mean, it's a fun sim to play. I really enjoy Train Sim World as a sim. But I don't know how much fun these are to watch. And for something like this, like we're just going to drive our train 70 miles an hour from here to Acton Yard. Like that's it. There's not going to be any shunting. There's not going to be. We may have to stop for signals or something, but there's really, there's kind of not a lot to it. And I don't know where you're at with that, because then mostly it's just going to be me talking. And I don't know where you're at with that. So, you see what I'm getting at? I don't mind either. Is it doing the thing? Do we need to hit the little button? I don't know where you're at with either of those. I don't know where I'm at with either of those. I like the sim, obviously. But, I don't know if this is a good video. I don't know if this is something that you're into or that you would want to be into or whatever. You know what I'm saying. Is it worth doing? But we got to come up with something for Wednesday. Because when the channel first started, the goal was, or the thought was, that there would be like one farm sim video per day and one truck sim video per day, 7 days a week, and that would be it. And then I switched over from Train Simulator 2018 to Train Sim World, and I find this to be a much better sim. I enjoy it a lot more. I think it's mo better. So I thought, okay, we'll put that on the channel too, and we did. Now, I'm really into racing sim, but it had never even crossed my mind to put up videos of racing. But I started with Project Cars 2 and then Assetto Corsa, and then the whole story of trying to get F1 into Assetto Corsa and how that didn't work. But then I ended up on F1 2017, which I really hadn't, seriously, wasn't even on my radar. I knew of it like tangentially, but I had never been into F1 2017. And now we're on F1 2017 and WRC 7 and MotoGP 18 and all these racing sims. So how the channel has evolved is we have 2 truck vids per week, 1 European, 1 American. We have 2 farm videos per week, 1 Upton, 1 Northstone at the moment, although we can rotate those farms out. Then we have 2 race videos per week, always 1 F1 2017, and then 1 wild card. So it could be Project Cars 2, it could be a set of course, it could be R Factor, whatever. And that's 2, 2, and 2, and that leaves a 7th day. And for right now, the 7th day video is Train Sim World, because if we do any of those other ones, then we have, instead of 2, 2, and 2, we have 3, 2, and 2. And I feel like because the channel started as farm vids and truck vids, that there would always be, like, that there would never be more of something else than there would be of those. So which is why we're not doing 3 race videos or whatever. 2, 2, and 2, and then we need to have number 7. So I think Train Sim World mixes it up nicely, and I also like that there's just a lot of variety to the sims that we have on the channel. I tried to do some flight sim, and I couldn't find a way to make it work. Combat flight sim, not working at all. Unless you just do quick fights where, you know, the sim starts and then you're instantly in a dogfight or something. But I'm not really crazy about that because I feel like that doesn't tell much of a story. You know, compare it to fantastic. Compare it to farm sim, where you start on day 1 with no equipment and grow your farm. It tells a story. Or the trucking videos. You know, anytime there's a big patch to the game, I start a new profile. We start with 0 money, 0 XP. We grow that profile, we grow that character, we buy trucks, we explore. Where do you want to go next? What do you want to haul? How do you want to level up? You know, we tell a story. The racing videos, those are split right now because F1 2017 is a career. That's telling a story. And then the other ones are, they're like short stories, I guess is a good way to think of it. And I'm not sure why a single race works, but a single dogfight does not. I don't know why it doesn't work, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And then the alternative is do a full episode where you know, start the aircraft, taxi, take off, fly to your target, do whatever it is that you want to do, shoot it, bomb it, take a picture of it, whatever, and then you fly back and land. That tells a story that's very compelling, particularly if you go career mode and try to get through the whole war, either World War I or World War II. That's awesome. That tells a story. But if it's a 60-minute video, like 55 minutes of it is going to be doing nothing. And what's weird for me is, like, this video right now, this is going to be 30 or 40 minutes, and we're really sort of doing nothing. Yeah? Kind of doing nothing. So why does one work and the other doesn't? I don't have an answer. I can't tell you, but I know one works and the other doesn't. And then there's also non-combat flight simulator. And, you know, I can drive a truck. I can drive a tractor. I can drive a train. I can drive a race car. I'm not saying any of those things are simple or easy to do, but compared to the complexity of flying a modern aircraft, even a turboprop, a little turboprop, like a consumer turboprop, it's like orders of magnitude more complex to fly a plane. So if I wanted to do flight sim, I would either A, have to dumb it down, really dumb it down, right? Or spend a lot of time practicing. Because flight sims now, when you jack the realism on flight simulators now, it's essentially like you're flying a plane. I mean, obviously you're not flying a plane, but the complexity and the amount of tasking and the, you know, a big part of flying a commercial aircraft these days is something they call cockpit management, because everything is, there's just so much information and data, and the aircraft are so complex. So it would take a long time to learn to do that. I've thought about starting from scratch, day one. This is me learning to fly a flight sim, day one. Cessna 182, that sort of thing. Eh, it's something about it. It's not working for me. So flight sim is out. We've got the train sim. It works. You know, what's the disconnect? Why wouldn't we just go with train sim? And I don't know what the disconnect is. It's just something about it. It feels like it's not as good as it could be. I feel like Wednesday is just not really a standout day. Now, I did try this service earlier, and we came to a red signal, seemingly out of nowhere. And I don't know the signal code well enough yet to know if it was really out of nowhere or if we just missed it. And when I say we, I mean me, of course. So that's green. And it says 0.6. So 600 yards, we have a green signal. We're not speeding. There's our thing. Okay, so I'm really keeping an eye out here because I know it dinged me last time. There's a yellow signal, but that's for the other track. We're still green. Okay. This is where I screwed up last time. Uh-huh. There we go. So it was there, I just didn't see it. I'm gonna mute. Got a cough. So I don't mind doing these videos. I just don't know if they're working for you. Fortunately, no lag spikes, which have been happening. They're so unpredictable. That's what makes me crazy about it. Is I have no idea when it's going to happen or why. Now I did just need to be, come on buddy, slow down, slow down. There you go. Add that, it turns yellow. All right. So release the brakes. There we go. So yeah, those are the two things that are going on. Is I have to decide whether or not I want to keep doing Train Sim World on Wednesday, and I have got to figure out what is going on with those lag spikes. I'm seriously at the point where I'm just ready to buy a new laptop. But there's a couple of reasons why that's not feasible at the moment. I mean, I'd love to. And I've already got the one that I want. I've already got it picked out. It's another HP Omen. I've got it picked out. I've got it built. It's in the cart on the website. I just need to hit the buy now button. But not quite ready to do that yet. I'm also I'm also curious how fast we can get this train going, because we were absolutely firewalled all the way down here, and I think the fastest we went was about 75. So, actually, I don't even know how long this train is. How long is it? Decently long. Right. Actually, let's go here, and then let's open her up again, because we're back to 125 for a speed limit. So yeah, those are my two dilemmas. Is do we keep doing Train Sim World, and what do I do about lag spikes? And I don't have an answer to either one of those. I also need to, you hear that? You hear that? You know what's funny about this microphone is, from one angle it's an absolute potato with horrible sound quality, and I just doesn't work for me at all, and I need to get a Yeti or a Snowball or something. I don't have any room on the desk in this hotel room. So in one way, my microphone is just absolutely no good. And then from another angle, it picks up like every sound in the room. It picks up the landscapers outside. When they're doing construction outside, it picks up that. The air conditioner, everything. Like every tiny little sound in this room it picks up. But at the same time, it has horrible sound quality. That's what you call ironic. So yeah, man, I'm just, I'm digging being able to make these videos, and I'm definitely digging gaming. I know there's some very cool things coming out in the near future. August is going to be F1 2018. October is going to be Farm Simulator 19. Assetto Corsa Competizione, it says summer of 2018. Well, it's summer of 2018 right now, so I'm guessing within the next couple of months. So we'll have a new Assetto Corsa, a new F1, a new Farm Sim. There are 2 DLC for Truck Sim, one for American Truck Sim, one for Euro Truck Sim, and there is supposed to be a DLC coming out for Train Sim World as well. So in the next 3 to 4 months, there's going to be probably 8 or 9 things coming into Sim Gaming World, and I'm super excited about all of them. I'm debating Race Room, but there's 2 problems right now. One is I don't have bandwidth to support. In my apartment, I have Google Fiber. Not a problem with bandwidth. And pay attention to my speed limits here. Here I don't. I can hit 5 to 10 meg up, 5 to 10 meg down. The problem is The problem is it's shared bandwidth. So if people in the hotel decide they all want to watch Netflix at the same time, then I'm out. Sorry, bud. It just kills it kills everybody's bandwidth, but you know what I'm saying. And it's neither here nor there. It's just the way it is sometimes. But it's why I'm not streaming, and it's why I'm not multiplayer. All right, I'm watching this yellow signal here. Don't ding me. All right, not quite a lag spike. Not quite a lag spike. Good on signal now. We're good on 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. Fantastic. Yeah, I find this to be extremely relaxing and very meditative, you know, but I don't know what it's doing for you. Boy, some of those cars in the middle looking a little, oh, my graphics they're not low. I mean, nothing's on ultra, but they're not that low. Oh, games. And this is what makes me really want a new system, but the thing that kills me is, like, I feel like there needs to be kind of a back and forth. So what'll happen is all the sims that I'm on right now, this is a relatively new system. It's a few months old for me, and everything is on high, not ultra. Well, as the games continue patching up, and as I get new games, they'll go from high, not ultra, to just high, to medium and high, to medium, and then you buy a new system. But I feel like if I bought a new system today, I would install Steam and hit the button, and it would bring in, you know, my 12 sims or whatever it is that I'm running. I would jack everything to ultra, and then we would just do the same thing, but there'd be like a 6-month or a 12-month delay, if that makes sense, right? Like, instead of me dropping my graphics settings from high to medium this fall, I would do it next spring. But I would still have to do it at some point, because you're always chasing the dragon. They're always bringing out games that tax your system, and then you get a new system and it crushes all the sims that you have for a while, and then they patch over, or they release a new version of it, or there are new games or whatever, and now, right, so on and so on. So I know at some point the look and feel of games begins to, you know, there actually is a compromise, and it really is time to upgrade. But you know, and I know there are people that are like, oh, you know, if I'm getting less than 150 FPS in 4K, I take that computer and throw it out the window. I refuse to play that way. I refuse to compromise. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's nice. You know, right now we're about 40 FPS, and our settings are high, not ultra. Draw distance in this game has always frustrated me, but what are you gonna do? But this is fine for me. This is, you know, this works for me. So yeah, other than buying a new system, I'm not sure what to do to take care of those lag spikes. And I really have tried every capture software. I think there's about 6 of them, 8 of them. I've tried literally every single one of them. Shadowplay seems to work the best, but by no means perfect. And then the other thing, and I know I'm repeating myself, I know I've said this before, but it's my video. There are other capture softwares that I have. Like, I can't use Shadowplay to capture F1 2017 at all. Absolutely does not work. It goes about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then it drops to 2 FPS and stays there. Does not work. But I can capture in action all day long. It works perfectly. But if I try to capture like Truck Sim, either one of them, ATS or ETS, with action, it cuts my frame rate from 60 to 30. So I would really like to have just a one-button solution where it doesn't matter what sim I'm running. I hit a key combo, X, Y, Alt, whatever, boom, brings up the capture software. I hit enter, it starts recording, and we're done. But unfortunately, I think it's not going to be that way. I think it's going to be, we're going to have to mess around with different capture softwares, we're going to have to mess with audio volume, we're going to have to just chase a little bit, chase the dragon. Not the end of the world. I'm not super pleased about it, but I mean, I've seen good videos on YouTube in 720. You know, it's the there are a lot of things that go into making a good video. I've seen 60 FPS 4K videos that are terrible. So there's some latitude in there. I want everything that I post to look fantastic. But I don't just want to stop there. I feel like the gameplay has to be compelling. And I say that, right, like as we're driving a train. I could be asleep right now. This is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So the gameplay has to be good. The commentary, I think, has to be good. I've seen compelling videos where people don't talk at all. There's no narration. There's no voiceover. It's just the gameplay. And I've seen other videos where the person posting the video, where they're pausing the game sometimes every couple minutes to talk, but they're engaging, they're funny, they're insightful, I'm learning things, whatever. So it's like, I don't want to say there's no rules for this, but there's a lot of different ways to make a video, and I'm just trying to make the best ones that I can. I think that's the takeaway here. And I think could be because this thing has this is not much of an aerodynamic profile. Look at that thing. Looks like we're driving a sausage. A German sausage, of course. But I don't think, I feel like there's a Steam achievement if we go 90 or something. I don't think we're going to make it to 90. I don't think we're going to make it to 80. Oh, we're going uphill now, too. Fantastic. But you get what I'm saying. You know what? I'm going to make this video. I'm going to render it. I'm going to post it. And I don't know. I'll give it another few weeks. If the numbers aren't picking up, we'll swap it out. We'll find something else to put there. I really like the way this game is laid out, the scenery, the density, the variety. I think this is a really well put together game. Look at my roof. Yeah. Drop down there. Get low. Yeah, it's weird because I can watch a truck video any day of the week. I love trucking videos, truck sim videos, and I watch them. I watch other people's truck simulator videos. Is that really very different than this? I mean, if anything, it's tremendously different than this, because in those, you can't do this, right? Like in truck sim, it's only ever this. Interesting. There's that lag spike. Oh, game. How long is this one going to last? Not too long. Oh, makes me so mad. Well, we'll figure it out. I feel like I was having pretty good luck with OBS. And then something happened. Update, patch, I don't know. But it just all went away and I never got it to work again. And I uninstalled it, I reinstalled it multiple times. I deleted preferences, I deleted registry keys, I started over, I patched up, I retro patched, I did every possible thing that I could find online that might be a solution. I used the wizard, I set up manually, everything that I could think of. And I just never did get it working again. So I feel like OBS is very highly regarded. People love it. And it was working for me. And it was working for me until it totally stopped working. And then it never worked again. What are you going to do? This is a little bit faster trip than I thought. With it being 30 miles, I thought it would take. I was honestly I was anticipating hitting a bunch of slow zones. I thought it would take 40 minutes or an hour, but this went by fairly quickly. Now, as we get closer, speed limit is going to start going. Why? Why? Why you do that? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It does it here. It does it in the truck sims. And that's really the only places. Hop back in here. Where's my, there it is. Right. Window open. No particular reason why. And I can also tell you, from experience, the brakes on this train, not quite so good. So I might bring us down just a little bit before we get to, you know what I'm saying? Slow us down a little early. Yeah, and now it's just happening over and over. It's, I don't think it's scenery. It's not a RAM issue. It's not overheating. It's not, I mean, is it bottlenecking of some kind? I don't know. MSI has nothing to say about it. MSI shows nothing. And when I've talked to people about it, they're like, well, it has to show something because, you know, something is happening. And it's like, well, yeah, you'd think, but I cannot. I mean, there have been other issues that have come up in my system since that started happening that I've sorted out, right? Like, I've had other problems come and go, and, you know, complicated stuff, and it took a long time to figure it out, and you're going online and you're testing various things and you're doing this and you're doing that, and then you come up with an answer. I've done that like multiple times. I can troubleshoot a problem, I can sort a problem out, I can find what the cause is, and then I can find a solution for it. And I can't find a solution to this. Not for weeks now, months. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll figure it out. When I do figure it out, you will be the first to know, because I will definitely be talking about it. Right. And yep, I think that's about it. It's telling us to stop at Acton Yard. I don't know if that's our final destination. And these services are funny because you stop and then it tells you to get out of the train and then the train drives away, which I find, for some reason, like, funnier than it should be. So, get some brakes going here. And we're not doing our markers out in the world anymore, so I need to really watch the yards in the top left corner. Ah, it does that, man. Nope, it gave it to us. Okay, thought it was going to make us back up. That's it. It's the end of the service. Fantastic. Right on. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Train Sim World. And this is part of the Great Western Express DLC. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.